Hey everybody, Garrett here. I want to take you on a quick tour of the drums, the mics, and the preamps that I used on this sample pack that I just released. Come check it out with me. Let's go. Okay, so let's start with the kick. For the kick drum, I have a 1960 Ludwig. I think this is the original head. Sounds great. No muffling, like nothing touching the head. I just have some stuff here to kind of like control a little bit. But yeah, other than that, it's just this wide open bass drum. It sounds awesome. Moving over here, snare drum, I got 1968 Ludwig Superphonic. There it is, there's the badge. And then on top of it, I have some chains that I put. Check this out. I don't know how well you can tell what that sounds like, if it's coming through all right. But yeah, Remo Ambassador on it. Tuned kind of medium-ish high, no muffling other than what this is doing to it. Just wide open together, the kick and the snare. Oh, check the kick out first. Also, don't make fun of my slippers, okay? Has this nice, like, bend to it. This, like, bow, right? Bow, bow. Kick, snare together. Sounds really cool. I really love what this chain does. This flutter around a bunch, so it's like every snare hit is like has a lot of character to it and its own like individual thing about it. But in like the context of a groove, it's not like super noticeable. It just kind of blends and becomes its own thing. Anyway, toms single-headed, right? I took the bottom heads off on both of them. This is a Premier kit. I believe it's from the 90s. I'm not sure. This was like one of my first drum sets. I started out with like a Pulse kit, and then this my parents got at an auction. So this was like the kit I came up on. It has a 10, a 12, 14, and then there's a kick. I have all of them. The 10 is up there, if you can see it. Anyway, I love the pinstripe. It's perfect for like the concert tom overdub or whatever. Little bit of muffling on this, just like used a binder clip to put some towels, some like, or really handkerchiefs. Not really super thick, very thin material, and I've just folded them over a couple times. Anyway, check these out. Trying to go for that same character that that bass drum has, that like bend to it. Again, might not be able to tell over this camera, but it's doing it, I promise. That's all the drums, cymbals. Using some 15-inch Domeni hi-hats, and then on top of it I put this Istanbul Mehmet splash on top for no other reason than to just make it like more trashy, more industrial. I think when I recorded this too, I think there were times I had a little bit of tape here so it would kind of cut out some of that ring. But it gave me two playing surfaces on the pack, and I'll do some like cool stuff like that, you know? Moving over here, I have a Domeni Crash 20-inch Worship, and then underneath it I have this old Istanbul traditional Dart Crash. This is Istanbul Agap. Has a couple cracks, one huge one, and so it makes for a great stack when you put these two together. Check this out. So in the pack there's some cool loops that are only stack, some one-shots of that too. You can build grooves off of it. Moving over here, this Meinl Stadium Ride. Top is unlathed, bottom is lathed, huge bell. It's just like, and then also I have like some like medical tape that I put on there years and years and years ago to make it extra dry. I don't know why I did that, but it records really, really well. And it's like perfect for this whole industrial vibe. And then over here I have a Domene 21-inch thin crash, part of their Dante line. Great sounding crash. I just wanted to have a crash in this mix, and I think this blends really well with the rest of what's going on. All right, microphones. Kick in, we have a D12 VR AKG. Kick out, we're doing a United FET 47. Snare top, SE V7. Snare bottom, classic 57. Rack tom, we're rocking the Biodynamic M88TG. Floor tom, RE20, it's the Electro Voice. Crotch mic, we're doing the Steger SR66, awesome ribbon microphone. I'm about to move this to hi-hat, I think, and do some new things with it. But it sounds awesome, sounds incredible on everything. Overheads. I didn't use mono overhead on this, but I have it up, it's my Coles. But I did use the stereo pair of the Microtech Gefell MT71S's, I think is what they're called. And then for room mics, I'm watching The Simpsons. For the room mics, Warm Audio 84s, stereo pair of those. So that was it for mics. Moving to preamps. Kick in, I have this API 512V, same for the snare top. Tom 1 and Tom 2, I'm using the AML Easy 1073 500 is what they call it. All of these are AML pre's. They are Neve style. The difference between this and these is that these have EQs, but everything else is the same. So the EQ ones I have on the toms, and then for kick out, snare bottom, crotch, and mono, which I did not use that mono overhead, all the AML. And for my overheads and room mics, I am using the Sebitron VMP Quad Plus preamp. It's a 4-channel preamp, all tubes, a lot of options, way to dial that stuff in. Right now I just have pretty warm setting. I'm not using any of like the extra stuff. Like everything's pretty flat here. I just did a low cut for the overheads, and then everything else is looking pretty normal. Anyway, those are the pre's, those are the mics, and those are the drums. Hope you liked it. Goodbye.